Welcome back to the Center for the Intrepid at Brooke Army Medical Center in Fort Sam Houston, just outside of San Antonio. I'm Hannah Storm. Intrepid, that word means resolutely fearless. And yet when our soldiers lose their limbs in combat, they are tested in ways that they never could have imagined. The mission of this place, the Center for the Intrepid, is not just to restore them physically, to take them on to the next chapter of their lives, but also to heal them psychologically and emotionally, healing those wounded by sacrificing so much for our country. And that brings us to one of the heroes that we honor today. He's a doctor who specializes in amputation, and he celebrates the fighting spirit of those that he serves. He's a colonel who insists that despite it all, he's got the best job in the military.
How many laps today?
Two laps today?
I think there's no doubt I have the best job in the military, let alone the world. And I always tell people, if you had my job for a week or a month, you'd be changed too.
As the director of the Center for the Intrepid, a state-of-the-art military rehabilitation facility in San Antonio, Colonel Don Gajewski, an orthopedic surgeon, has spent the last 12 years providing care for wounded warriors. Service members with catastrophic limb injury or amputation come to the CFI for care.
When the patients first come in, there's a lot of things going on in their head about what they can't do. They think about all those things they did in the past, whether it was playing sports in high school, you name it. And all those things that I can't do are going through my head when I'm a patient. It's seeing somebody who's been dealt a hand that is so horrible that we can't even imagine, turning around and just being an inspiration.
The quick hitter, Gajewski, wide open in Yale territory and down at the 28-yard line.
Colonel Gajewski is himself a former athlete. He played football at Harvard and was named team MVP his senior season. When surgery is completed, he's still involved in the recovery process and sees firsthand the strides service members make.
I'm very happy. Very happy. If you're ready.
I'm ready to.
We see them come in, and for the first few weeks, few months, they struggle. But you never see that drive leave them. The day when they have their first steps, what a great day. Then the patients take that next step saying, wow, this is going to be tough, but the drive continues. You don't know what the word perseverance is until you've seen one of these guys fall a dozen or 24 times and continue to get back up. You don't know the definition of the word sacrifice. I guarantee you don't know it until you've seen, until you see a spouse or a mom or a dad give up everything. We use the words hero, brotherhood all the time. You hear those words all the time. Guarantee you don't know the definition until you've talked to these guys. Until you've talked to them and you hear the stories about the heroes that they had that never came home, or the people that they look up to. That's what they let us see, and that's how it's changed my life.
And he joins us now, the director of the Center for the Intrepid, Colonel Donald Gajewski, and a few of his friends out here. The real heroes that we celebrate today. What is it that makes this place, the Center for the Intrepid, so very special?
There are I think there are so many things, but you and Kevin mentioned it up front. And I think one of the things that we as staff at the Center for the Intrepid take to heart is that this was a gift from the American people. Hardworking parents like ours, kids selling lemonade on a corner, corporations giving back, realizing that our wounded warriors need the best. And we take that commitment by the American people very seriously here. We know that we're here to make these wounded warriors better, but that goes well beyond that, because America's investment with this gift to our wounded warriors challenges us to make medicine better for the next generation of service people, to make medicine better for rehabilitation, better for the civilian public. And that's what drives us every day. And not to mention the amazing people that we get to work with here.
Yeah, some 600,000 Americans donated to make this place, to make this dream possible. But This is a lot more than just a building and a facility that we're talking about
Right.
here, isn't it?
There's no doubt about it. I like to tell people that with the people that we take care of here, we have this fantastic building. We have all of this technology, but that's not what makes it. I like to tell people we could have a parking lot and our patients would succeed because of what drives them. It's not what we put on the patient. We put on some of the most advanced technology that you could use today for prosthetic limbs. But if it's not that DNA that we're putting into that prosthesis, it would never work. We have people that are driven to get better, and it makes our job easier.
What is it that's inside these patients that you love so much?
I love every one of them, and I love them. They've changed my life. And as you heard in the piece, they changed the definition of a lot of words that you thought you knew. I wish the American people, I wish everybody could have my job for a week or a month, and it would change them. We work for people who, whatever encouraged them to raise their right hand, they didn't choose Afghanistan. They didn't choose Iraq. All they did was say, you know what, we know there's evil in this world, and we're going to take care of it for you. Don't worry about it. We got it. And it is absolutely humbling to see an injured warrior come back, missing limbs, burned, turn around and say, I'd go back in a heartbeat, because that's what we do. And for America to understand, we get to work with that every day. They let us into their lives, and we're just honored for them to let us into a small part of their lives. The way they change us, we will be better caretakers, better physicians, better therapists because of what they've done for us.
It is so incredible, and you can't understate the desire of these men and women to get back out and not only go on to the next phase in their lives and live their lives to the fullest, but as you said, for a lot of them, the motivation is to get back out and
Right.
serve our country again.
Right.
What else is it that you want the American people to know about the fortitude? What makes these people that we're talking about all day so inspirational?
Just the drive that they show up with every day. We know they have bad days. I can only sit, and after 12 years, I can only sit and imagine what it's like to be on that bed on the other side. Sometimes my imagination can't even get me there. But when we see them come in every day, they don't let us see the bad days. They come in, smiles on their faces. They make us laugh way more than we can make them ever laugh. And the drive that they come in with every day just drives you to be a better person, let alone physician, therapist, whatnot. They drive you to be a better person.
Well, thank you so much, Colonel Gajewski, for your service
my pleasure.
to our country. Thank you for this place, for these people, and for opening up your hearts to us. And all of you, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
Thank you very much.